vaping, not the answer to nicotine addiction. Social media plays a huge role in how we view society. That being said, I decided to take to the locals and see how they felt about vaping and cigarette use. I put a poll on Facebook and Instagram. That being said, of the people that responded, 39% of the users said that they had tried vaping at least one time via Facebook, and 57% of those people said that they had tried a cigarette. On Instagram, 37% people had said they had tried vaping at least once, and 43% of those people had tried a cigarette for the first time. This ranged in ages between 13 and 65. Today, my topic is on vaping and the misconceptions that go along with it. That being said, why should you listen to me? You should listen to me because I'm in the healthcare field. I work for Providence Hospital, where every day I deal with patients who have COPD, emphysema, along with many other things that can cause harmful things to your lungs. These make life very difficult because it compromises your breathing. And when you think about lung disease or lung cancer or anything like that, most people just think cigarette smoke. I'm here today to show you that that's not the answer. Today we're going to talk about the truths and the fallacies that go along with vaping. The first main category is the misconception in the public. The second is how everyone assumes that vaping is safer. And lastly, how it is targeting young adults. Today, we're going to talk about the truth behind the cotton candy cloud. This picture right here, as many of you may see, has different types of vaping utensils that are used, and then a marijuana bud. That is because vaping is a gateway drug. Everyone assumes that vaping is used for just nicotine, or some of the younger generations use water vapor to do cool smoke tricks and enjoy the flavors. However, this leads to any substance can be turned into a vaping substance. That includes MDMA, heroin, meth, nicotine. Anything that you can make into a liquid substance can be vaped. That also being said, vaping is a new conception within our society. That means that there are very few laws and restrictions on it. One of those laws includes manufacturing laws. Since vaping is so new, manufacturers do not actually have to release what is inside these canisters of flavors. Some people think that, it's just a little bit of nicotine, 5%, but it doesn't have tar or anything like in a cigarette, so it must be safer. But that's wrong. Formaldehyde has been found within these flavors. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is how everyone assumed that nicotine was an addiction because of cigarettes. This statistic here was brought to us from the U.S. Surgeon General in 2015. There was an increase of 900% of teenagers that used e-cigarettes. 40% of those had never once smoked before. That kind of ties into my poll that I took at the beginning of the speech, because teens didn't want to use cigarettes. The nicotine use and tar and all that from cigarettes was going down. Then vaping came about, and now we are seeing a rise in nicotine addiction again with youth and young adults. This is something that shouldn't have happened. The other reason that this appeals to the youth, and by youth I mean high schoolers, middle schoolers, young adults, etc., because of their fun, compact sizes, and flavors. It's also a huge stereotype in the social media about how cool it is. This is a picture of a Juul, which is a form of vaping. As you can see, it looks like a USB drive and fits in the palm of your hand. It also comes in fun flavors. There was a poll that 73% of high school students used flavored nicotine in the last 30 days. The poll also said 56% of middle school students used flavored nicotine. This picture just shows some of the flavors that can be found, such as fruits and candies, as well as some of your basic flavors like mint and tobacco. This is a picture of a normal lung. This is a picture of a lung with cigarette smoke, and by picture I mean x-ray, for those of you not in the medical field. And lastly, this is the lung of a vape user. Your lungs are not meant to inhale things. That being said, any sort of substance that is inhaled into your lungs causes damage, even water vapor. Vaping can cause this thing called popcorn lung, which is also seen in people who work in coal mines or anything like that that has an inhalation. This is what popcorn lung looks like. So although many people think that vaping is safer than cigarette smoking, this x-ray shows you that that is not true. The unfortunate thing is because vaping is so new, there are no long-term studies done on it, so everyone's kind of guessing right now. In conclusion, I wanted to show that this is an epidemic that took a huge toll on a huge toll on America. You have one set of lungs. Don't ruin them. Thank you.